Hello, this is going to be a very quick video to explain how to think about strings. This thought process and visualization might not seem as important now, but as we get into more complex ideas, being able to visualize a string in this manner is very useful. We're also going to highlight two terms, reference variable and index. So on the left hand side here, we've declared and initialized two strings. The first string is called name, and it's assigned a value of Paul, and the second string is called sentence, and it's has the value fund idea. So typically in memory, what happens is we've drawn a space in memory and placed the variable in it. So for example, if I did something like this, int I equals 7, well, that means in main memory it's going to create an I and it's going to put a 7 in there. And what we say is that an integer is a primitive type because the value is stored directly in that space in memory. However, strings are what are called reference types or reference variables. And what happens here is that when I say string name equals Paul, it does create a space in memory, and it does give it this memory location is called name, but it doesn't actually store the word Paul in that spot. The reason is because words can be variable in size. So what it does is it references a spot in memory where it puts a number of characters. A string can be thought of as a collection or an array of characters. So in this case, there's 4 of them, and those characters are P, A, U, and L. Likewise, with this second statement, string sentence equals fun idea, it's going to create a location called sentence. That's the name of the variable, and then it's going to reference or point to where the letters are stored. In this case, it's going to be F, U, N with a space, and often in Java we'll represent a space like this, idea, I, D, E, A. And that is why these are called reference variables, because what happens is where the variable location doesn't store the actual word, it stores the memory location where the word is stored. The second word we want to familiarize ourselves with, index. An index represents the position of each letter in the word. And this is a very important idea, because understanding the index, how letters are indexed, allows us to manipulate strings. So the key thing here is that we always index a word starting with 0. So in the case of name, which stores Paul, it would have the indexes 0, 1, 2, and 3. So each of those characters gets a specific index. So if I said the character in name at index 1, I'd be referring to the A. Likewise with with the variable sentence, the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice how I actually include the space in the count. A final point to leave on is that notice the indexes for Paul goes from 0 to 3. So Paul, the word which has a length of 4, has indexes 0 to 3. Likewise, the string fun idea has a length of 8 and an index of 0 to 7. I hope this helped to get you started.